that say rain showers?
Hmm?
Did that say rain showers?
Yeah.
Hi, Brian. How are you? Happy Sunday.
Nothing. We're in the clear.
You having a good weekend? LT, hello from California. How are you? Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hi, Lisa, Sarasota.
What part of California are you from, LT?
We're good, Brian. Thank you. How's everybody's weather out there? It's beautiful.
Fresno. I was born and raised in Ventura.
Hi, Robin from Pennsylvania. How are you? Welcome. Lisa said it's raining here, but we desperately need it. Darian, you made it. Hello. Low 60s and a little rain. It looks like it just started clouding up, so it looks like it's going to. Hello, Miss Preston from McKinney. How are you? Low 60s would be great. We are not. I went yesterday. It was warm.
Yeah,
It was on the verge of being hot.
Yeah, I actually had my AC unit in my patrol car going constantly.
Brittany, did Noah do anything good for you for Mother's Day?
Frankfurt, Germany.
Hello, Lori from Frankfurt. Darren, you're finally getting some rain. Brittany, tell that sweet baby thank you.
We're supposed to get some. I'm not sure if we're going to or not.
Matt needs to mow, so.
I don't want it to rain. I want to be able to mow tomorrow morning. I was going to do it today, but got other things to do.
And still subscribed just from the laugh I got from a previous video when you said, how do you say get on the ground in French? Stop resisting.
Get on the ground.
I don't know how you say it in French. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that with any luck at all.
Maybe we ought to put it up in words on the video. Get on the ground.
Stop resisting. Song request? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Brittany, him and his dad got me some New Balance and some flowers, and the boy and I are spending the day snuggling. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Brittany, should we hit them with a little True Colors? Y'all have no idea.
I don't know if y'all got to see it or not, but did y'all like Diane's singing on that last video?
I really don't sing like that, y'all. I was just kidding. The hills are alive. I just call it like I see it, guys.
She started singing, and I stopped and looked over at her, and then whenever the video came back, I'm just like, wow, that just happened.
Christine, good evening from. Okay, so I got corrected. It's not Annecy. It's I don't know how you say it. Today was shiny and then thunder. Mother's Day is not today in France, 25th of May. Okay. Good to know. Brittany, I will not sing that. Can you both speak to or recommend a video on pension and Social Security taxation? As my wife and I prep to leave, we are worried about this significantly. Look at Baguette Bound. They're really good. Highly recommend them. From what I have understood, also Tommy Sykes, he's got a, oh gosh, travel retirement. That is his site. He's a certified financial planner. And so he goes into that as well. From my understanding, they do not tax Social Security benefits.
No.
I don't, but I'm not a tax professional.
If they're taxed out here in the United States, it is not taxed out there.
That's not what, that has nothing to do with that. It's just that they don't tax Social Security, from what I understand, or withdrawals from IRAs. Don't quote me on that. Again, I'm not a tax professional.
But yeah, Baguette Bound, they've got some good information on their site. Tommy with Travel Retirement, they've got some good. He's got some good information on traveling over there. But he hasn't put out a video in a while.
But you can even reach out to him.
Yeah, you can send him an email and he'll answer any question that you have. Isn't he like a?
He's a certified financial planner.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said that.
You don't listen to my words. It's fine. It's fine. Did y'all see Matt? He's sporting he's repping he's got his merch on. Stop.
I got the little patch right here with the Euro pad. And then
Oh, gosh. Repping the merch. Thanks. Yeah, I spent yesterday. I should have just spent the day relaxing. However, I can't for some reason. So I made some more baguettes. I made some sourdough cookies.
Oh, and them cookies, I just ate 2 of them and they are good.
Ansi. Is it Ann or on? It's Ann. Oh, Brittany. I'm Mark Bravasso, greeting from France. Hello, how are you, Brittany?
Well, we've got a lot of people on here from different places. This is great. Oh, she said that's how you say get on the ground.
I was looking it up. That's amazing. Thank you. No. How do you say stop resisting?
Well, I could look that up on the Google Translate.
On the Google. Thank you. Yeah. Christine, I had somebody correct us and say that you don't pronounce the E. Good to know. But I do forewarn y'all that we are going to butcher some names. Thank you, Brittany. What have you learned about the French social tax? Not a lot. Do you guys plan to do what others have done and sell everything prior to leaving? Are you yard selling or shipping things over? Sorry for the many questions. No, that's why we do these lives, just for the questions. I did it in caps because you have to yell it. Absolutely. We will probably sell everything.
When it gets closer, we're looking at seeing how much it would cost. Maybe if we brought some things over, I would love to bring our car. I mean, but I don't think that's going to happen. But there's a few things here that we would like to be able to keep and have brought over, but it just really depends on what the price is to have it all shipped over in a container.
Head over to Kane next Sunday to visit properties. Oh, I'm jealous. Oh, let us know what you find out. It's so pretty over there. Golly. Hello, Frederick. How are you? From Auvergne. Nice. Should say social contribution. If you're on insurance, you pay around 6 or 7. I don't know. I was just reading up on that if they don't tax our Social Security and our retirement income, then we have to go through another route to contribute for the healthcare. And I don't know enough about it I just heard about this the other day, so I don't know. If you're on insurance, you pay around 6%. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to look more into it to see. From what I was reading, that it's just hard to tell because either they will charge people they're not supposed to charge, or they won't charge the ones they do, and it's not.
Yeah,
it's not consistent. So I'll have to.
They did say that it's not consistent.
Yeah. So
I mean, some people could be paying, some people couldn't be paying. I don't know how it is. As a matter of fact, yes, because someone on the TV a couple nights ago had mentioned something about that.
But I know we'll have to pay something. I just don't know what.
And we don't mind paying our dues.
I'm trying to not fidget. I get restless legs, so sitting here, if you see me bouncing, I'm trying to stop. Pavilion Auvergne. Robin, are you looking to move over there? Is that where you want to end up? So pretty. So pretty.
Man, I wish we were going over there next week.
We're about to record a video here in a bit. I was like trying to get the footage and stuff last night, and as I was pulling up all these videos, I was just yelling at the screen, "Stop it!" It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Are you planning on using a relocation service? Probably so. We'll probably use French Connection, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
More than likely, we'll be using them.
Robin. Yes, either in Kane or a few miles away. Perfect. Oh, so pretty.
Rural. LT said, are you both leaning toward the city living or more rural when you head over? What are your considerations when thinking about where you will plant roots overseas? What will you even buy? Yeah.
So we want more rural, because I do want some land and a garden and some chickens. So I do want it to be more rural. So we will have to have a car. As far as where, we don't know. We haven't figured that out yet. Highest on the list is Brittany and Normandy. Of course, we've
got several areas. We've got Brittany and Normandy. They're at the top, but we've also got Dordogne, Haute-Vienne, Charente, Burgundy. Yeah. I mean, it's like we said before. It's like the more videos we do and the more looking into it, everywhere we look, we're like, oh, we love this place. Oh, we love this place. I mean, that whole country is just beautiful over there. I mean, it's like she always says, it's ridiculous.
It's so pretty. Last night we were looking at Colmar. Oh my Lord.
Hopefully this next year, if she gets her sabbatical, then we're going to go over there for about a month and do some
both
searching.
Places are beautiful. God, and you made us look at Germany, by the way, and oh man, it's pretty. Learned some stuff about Germany. I thought it was more expensive than it is, so that was good to know. And oh gosh, where was the area that I was stuck to? That anytime we would look there, I'm like, oh, that's really pretty. Starts with a B. Help me out. There's a region with mountains, and it starts with the B. Annette from Louisiana. Hello. Worry about getting a French driver's license. Any tips? Well, I hear you have to do it in French. We happen to be in a state where we can just exchange ours and we don't have to take a test or anything. Yes. No, Darian, not there. Bavaria. That's what it was. That whole area was stunning.
Yeah, there. You can Google that up on and find out which states can go whenever you move over there. Which states they allow to exchange their driver's license, or you're going to have to take a test over there. But luckily, where we're at here in Texas, we can just go over there and exchange our driver's license and get a license. You just pay a fee and do some paperwork and exchange it.
Oh, well, see, there you go, Darian. I know nothing about Germany. It was beautiful, though. It was beautiful. What do you think about dollar euro exchange rate? How is it going to work for you? We'll just deal with it. I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen right now. So we'll deal with it. My wife and I were looking at the South Marseille area. It's pretty as well. But we come from Texas, and we don't want to be hot anymore.
Yeah. I would rather have cool over hot, but it would be nice to have all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not too hot. I mean, I'm tired of
Garmisch is awesome
hell
as well.
out here.
It was really pretty. I was actually thankful that you had us looking for that. Beautiful. But yeah, I thought, and that was another reason we didn't pick Germany, was because we thought it was more expensive than it was. I'm not going to attempt that name, Germany, U.S. Army for 4 years. Germany was very nice. I've heard very good things about Germany. My old boss, her husband was stationed there as well, and she loved it. We'll be moving to Normandy on June 12th. Stop it. From Nova Scotia. Been researching for 2 years. Hope we bump into each other. That would be fun, Perry. So jealous.
I'm very jealous right now.
I like Nice. Nice is pretty. Nice is too expensive for us poor people, us destitute people.
Well, we ain't poor.
That's awesome. Brian and Barry, good afternoon. These states will exchange your driver's license. Yes, they will. Well, and Texas is on that list as well. I don't know if you've got that on there, but we were excited to hear about that.
I think they approve all the crazy people that drive in these states.
Oops, stop. My state is not one of those states, and I was advised to use a friend or relative's address in a state that does transfer. I don't know.
It also depends on because wherever you live, that's where you got to go to the consulate there.
She's talking about driver's license.
I know, but when you're going over there, you're using your address on your paperwork.
Oh, I don't know. If it's that bad, you move to Texas before you go over there.
Yeah,
get you a Texas driver's license.
I wouldn't do that because that could get your visa voided. If you lie to them about
what's a lie? If she moves to Texas before she
I'm saying is if say you live in a place where you don't get a license, you can't exchange your license, but you say you use an address for over here.
Yeah, I'd actually physically moved there before. Sorry, too many for the chat. Also, these.
What is K-Town?
Yeah, that's one of those towns in Germany they were talking about.
Oh, the one
I said I wasn't going to attempt.
Yeah, I saw that name. It's Kaiserslautern?
Yeah, not doing it.
Kaiserslautern.
Yeah, Ned, I wouldn't suggest using somebody else's address. No. I'm having a hard enough time with French names. Could you imagine me trying to do German? Absolutely not.
Nah.
We like the old St. Reason. What do you think about move there? It's beautiful. It's really pretty. We don't know where we're going to end up. We can't decide because it's also pretty.
God, we might end up going out there, and next thing you know, we're going to be sipping drinks on the Riviera.
I'm pretty much guaranteed that won't happen. But we want to go out there and to the lot too, and stay with Richard and Maria. What is their channel? Richard and Maria, New Life in France. We want to stay at their place, and then have him show us around out there.
Yeah, y'all need to go check out Richard and Maria's page. It's Life in France. Really nice couple.
New Life in France, I think is what it's called. New Life in France. Richard and Maria, that's something. They're great.
Yeah.
German words are longer with multiple syllables, but fewer silent letters. Good to know, Claire. Yeah, that's one thing about the French too, is that I understand some silent letters. They don't ever pronounce the end of a word, it seems like. Kaiserslautern. No. I couldn't do it.
Kaiserslautern.
You could probably do it. I couldn't do it.
Well, I had some friends that had the last name Kaiser. I went to school with.
Do you know that 40% of English words are French? Yes, I do know that. But have we jacked them up or something? Because they don't sound anything close. Do you have guidance for others in their 40s and 50s looking to begin travel? Is YouTube hard editing? Oh, I don't know about the fame part.
Fame?
Yeah. Is YouTube hard? No, it's not. Is it time consuming? Yes. Is editing time consuming? Yes. Finding content and thumbnails.
Okay,
thumbnails are fun.
Just so you know, I'm 60. So anyone in
you just said it out loud.
I did.
It's the first time he's ever said it out loud.
LT brought this up right here.
Oh, for 40s and 50s?
I mean, I'm 60, and I mean, we're doing it.
Just do it.
Heck yeah. Just
do it. You'll learn it as you go. I find the editing part fun.
I don't.
Surprisingly, I think that's the funnest part.
I'll be sitting there while she's editing, and she'll start laughing, and she'll say, "That's staying," or "Nope, that's going out."
Yeah, we leave our stupidity in there. Might as well. Thumbnails. That's a process. Thumbnails are a process. I don't like and we've done a couple of them, the whole clickbaity thing. It's just really not our style. However, that one did really well when I put a video up of me crying. So.
Well, I mean, we were both that
was, it worked.
At the time, we were very upset because
Robin, yes, not to your age, but because you said that to Matt.
Heck yeah, I'll take the senior discount.
You get senior discounts. I'm not there yet. I'll pay full price.
I'll just walk in there and tell them, "Hey, I'm a senior."
No, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm the old guy on my shift at work, and I'm even older than my sergeant.
I'm one of the oldest on our team at work. We even have like a group team chat with there's 3 of us oldies. We call ourselves the elders. Let the young people handle it.
They call us the geriatric squad.
Too much climate diversity in a small country, mountain, sea, ocean. It's like a restaurant where there are too many choices. Yes, You get it. It's exactly right. There's so many beautiful places. I have no idea. Back to the question really quick on if we will buy. What we'll do is, unless we see something that we just cannot live without, we will probably rent so that we can explore the different regions. I really don't want to buy until we are able to.
Yeah, right off the bat, we're going to rent. And then if we find something that we really like, which she'll tell me, we'll we'll end up buying then.
I currently live in Chateau Joe. I currently live in Palm Springs area, so I totally get not wanting to be hot. Yes. I'm looking for a region with mild summers.
God.
Yes.
How do you deal with Palm Springs?
I also don't do snow. I wouldn't mind a little bit of snow. I mean, I think it's beautiful. I wouldn't mind a little bit, and I don't want a lot of it. Any guidance on best equipment to start the channel? You can start it with your iPhone. You don't have to have any. I just assumed you had an iPhone. You can start it with your phone. You don't have to have any.
You wouldn't believe the
expensive
stuff
equipment.
that we've accumulated.
We have a lot, but you don't need that.
Since we started this stuff.
Perry, we bought, hence sell everything. So easy to buy nice stuff at Brocant's and Vide Grenier, 2 suitcases, 2 dogs, 2 cats, and barrels of excitement.
I can't wait to go to the
Yeah.
Brocant's.
Yeah. And what are the Vide Grenier? I know there are some places that have things for certain communities, and the only thing that I can compare it to is like Habitat for Humanity or something like that. Or
well, we've even seen some videos where like neighbors have seen people moving in, and they'll even say, hey, we've got this like this table and chair set over here or something like that, you guys want it, or something like that. But we'll probably end up buying a whole bunch of brand new stuff, well, used or whatever.
My deal is more my some of my kitchen stuff that I paid a lot of money for, but that are very heavy. It can snow everywhere in France, very rare but difficult when you don't have the right tires, but it stays only for 1 or 2 days, usually if you're not in a mountain area. Big Grenier garage sales. Okay. Huge outdoor ones. Very good. Garage or rummage sales, literally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to them markets that have furniture for sale or anything really, or Brocant's. Go to the stores where they sell all the furniture.
Yeah. And those
dishes
other
and
places, I just don't know what they're called. They're for the community. Waiting is smart. You'll first explore and then find out while you're there. That's what we're hoping. I'm 57 and was planning on moving to France in a couple of years. I was thrown a curveball on Thursday and was just laid off. Oh, things happen for a reason. You can be that glass half full person and move to France now. That would be amazing. But I'm sorry you got laid off. But not sorry that you can move to France sooner. Sorry. Sounded awful.
I wish I could fast track.
Preach. I would go right now if I could.
Hello, Maddie.
Hi, honey. What's Ryder doing? It's just a nice place to be. It is. Stunning.
I tell you what, all the videos we've seen, I mean, I can't wait to get over there and enjoy it all.
Ask your kids to take one heavy kitchen item with them when they come visit. They can fill up the empty space with French purchases. You're shaking.
Oh, sorry.
That's another reason why we thought take the car, because our car's pretty new and it has hardly any miles on it.
Yeah.
I could put stuff in the car. I could put all those stuff in the car.
She's wanting to take a lot of her heavy kitchen stuff, like her pots and pans, her cast irons and stuff like that she uses. And
I know I can buy cast iron there, but I have like some French, hence the fact they're French. I could probably get them there too, but some really nice cookware that I don't want to get rid of.
But more than likely we'll be having one big giant estate or garage sale and just sell everything.
We don't have an estate sale because we're living, but we'd have a big garage sale. The Greniers are open markets dedicated to mostly furniture, paintings, decoration items, and china. Yes. Antique sellers are visiting them early, starting at 5 a.m. Yes. We'll be retired. We don't have nothing to do.
I get up. even on my days off, I'm up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Brian and Barry, we have been looking for 18 months, and I took my wife for Valentine's this year. She fell in love with the country. It has yes, it is just stunning. You guys have so much good food in the South, while the quality is better in France and will help you live longer. Aren't you going to miss your good barbecue? I can make it there.
We can barbecue there. And as a matter of fact, I wish we could take
The
that with us.
Blackstone? Nah.
If we could take our Blackstone grill with us,
The
that
Massive
would be
Central and the
great.
every time you do this, it moves
sorry.
this. The Massive Central and the Southwestern apartments are peaceful and have 4 seasons with weather that isn't too rainy or gray, not expensive either, but you need a car there. We're going to get a car. I'm not worried about that. Finally caught a live chat checking in from France near Strasbourg. I was just looking at your area yesterday.
I came home from work, and she's sitting on the couch looking at the computer. It was last night.
That was last night.
Yeah, and all I heard her doing was going picture to picture, going, "Shut up, shut up!
Doesn't look
Are you
real.
kidding me?
It's not real." Is there anything from the States you're worried you'll miss or can't live without when you live there?
Our kids, and
My kids and grandkids, yeah. But as far as
family.
other stuff, nah.
Well, at first we got a little. This is for Robin. What do your family and friends think about your move?
2 of them, 2 of my kids are on here right now.
Yeah, most of our family they're real supportive. At first, it was a little bit sideways, but the guys at my work, a bunch of my friends from the work, I don't think that they believe me that I'm going to be moving over there.
Hi from Strasbourg. Hello. Very cool. I will be in Strasbourg in a couple of months. You don't have to brag, Darian. Dang. Stop bragging. Hello from Cannes. Golly. Hello. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We cannot wait
I just
to
want
get over there.
I just want to go over there, even just for a visit.
Oh, we're going to. Yeah, we're going to have to try to pack as much in for a month visit as we can. The money economy for you will be so great in matter of health security. Yes. I need a Blackstone video. I was thinking about buying one. They're so cool, but we don't use ours near as much as we should.
We used to use it all the time. Now it's just sitting right outside here on our back patio, but you can cook a lot of things on it at once.
Breakfast is really good on there.
Yes.
Europats come with us. I wish if I could take off. Joining late. Hi from California. Have you planned a scouting trip yet? We are planning one. I've got to get my sabbatical first, and then we'll go. Today I woke up, lounged, breakfast, a trip to Village, Sunday market, bought rotisserie, then went to a bar and a cafe and had a beer, then chill, walk home, and have been chilling all afternoon. Can't beat it. Sounds like a good day.
Sounds like what I'm going to end up doing when we get over there.
So you're so old LT then. Oh, we'll wait for your leaving sale. Well, come on, because we'll have it. Oh, I've got so much stuff. We did some downsizing when we sold our last house, and we moved from a big house to a little 2-bedroom apartment when the housing market was so good. And we didn't think we were going to buy another one, especially not in the city that we're in.
I didn't think we were going to buy another one until her and one of her daughters come and told me. They said, we found a house we're going to buy.
Down payment on the Blackstone?
I don't think so.
Thank you for that, though. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, we just don't use it. It just stays out here and it's just covered. I mean, there's so many things. I'm looking outside right now, and we have this whole area set up with chairs outside, and it's
we've got an L-shaped couch out there with a table. We got our Blackstone out there, and then out towards the fence area, we got it set up where we've got chairs and a fire pit.
Yeah, but we can enjoy it because as soon as we go out there, our neighbors have kids, and I have nothing against kids. Obviously, I have many.
It's the soccer
the
balls.
grandkids. It's just inconsiderate neighbors. Is your car a big American? Because you'll need a smaller car here.
It's
It's a
smaller.
Hyundai. It's not. It's a Santa Fe, so it's not small, but it's not big either.
And we hardly have any miles on it.
Big ones are just not practical. Yeah, it's not too big.
I want to look at those what are they, Citrons, or
Mhm.
I want to look at some of those, see how those are over there.
Do not bring a car to France. Everyone will agree it takes a lot to get it legal in France without certification changes. Unless it's a classic and older, it will not be worth it for
And
cost.
it's not a classic.
No, it's not a classic. What scares you the most about this next adventure? What scares us? I don't think I'm scared.
I'm not scared. I have no problem trying to communicate to people at all.
Oh yeah, that scares me. Having to talk French to people.
She's a little different than I am. I mean, I go up to people and start talking.
Yeah, but they don't like that over there.
I know. Well, I mean, deal with it.
What scares you? So I don't know. I'm not scared. I think the homesickness, I'm a little worried about that. And I'm worried about, like, the first time I go to the grocery store, I'll probably have a panic attack. Very, very expensive to take a car. I hear that. Just want to ask if in your budget for the house, it includes notary fees. Yeah, we'll have to keep all of that. Yeah. Car emission test is rough. I mean, it's a pretty new car, though. Citroen. Citroen. Christine, did I say that right? Citroen? See what I mean? Citroen. Is that right? Citroen?
Citroen.
Dang. There we go. I'm glad I have you here to help me out.
Do you know, Christine, do you know if that's a pretty good car? Because I've seen pictures of them and stuff, and I mean, we don't have those out here.
Germany is great and was our first choice, but for retirees, health insurance is prohibitive. For us in our 50s, it would be $700 to $900 a month. Yeet. Agreed. Don't take a car. Citroen is awesome. My niece has a C3. Well, all right. French cars are good. I'm sure they are. I just didn't know if it would make more financial sense to bring one or not. Renault, or I'm not even going to try Peugeot.
Peugeot.
Is that how you said that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We've got those over here, Renaults and Peugeots.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't leave the house, remember?
Same with the Mercedes, and we can get a Mercedes. Okay, is anyone from France over there that's on here? We were told this. I don't know if it's true or not. Do y'all get a lot of dings and everything on your cars when you're out there driving, and people they'll ding your car and just take off, and it's like no big deal? I'm curious about that. That's what I was being told.
Darian said he found some insurance for way less than $700 to $900 a month. I don't know. It happens. See, that's something that I would have to just deal with. Y'all do not know me and my car. It doesn't have a scratch on it, and it's always clean. I am such a weird freak about my car. When you see two photos, when you see two points on an O, pronounce the letter like Christmas, Noel. Okay. God,
Noel.
Can you I need to take French lessons from you. More in cities, only in bad places. Need off-road parking. Depends on where you live. In Paris and big cities. Yeah, I don't think I would drive in Paris anyway. Paris is a place that I would visit, but I
And then-
wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't want to live there.
I wouldn't want to live there. I do have to go to Fontainebleau, though, so I can meet up with Janice. I cannot wait.
Janice from France. That's
Janice in France. I
Or Janice
love
in
Janice.
she wants to do all the poses with Janice.
I do. I want to see Janice, and I want to like recreate her intro where she's getting off the train. Love it. I won't drive in Paris. Yes. No. It's crazy. It's warfare. Hilarious.
Yes, it is easy to buy a car once they have your money on their bank account. It is yours. Yeah, we were thinking about it if we use French Connections, they also assist you on buying a car, and we might go through them.
I will not drive in Paris ever again. Don't blame me. That was like when we were looking at Italy. There was a video that I saw of it was some area in Sicily. I can't remember if it was Catania. I can't remember where it was, but it looked like, like they were high up, and it looked just like bugs. Just
Oh,
no, thank you. Looked like bumper cars. Yeah, she is so sweet. She is. She's precious.
what did we hit the nail on the head with?
No, we didn't.
Huh?
We didn't. Warfare. We said that hit the nail on the head when talking about
Oh,
warfare.
yeah. Like out here, I don't mind driving Dallas. That doesn't bother me too much. But you get me down to Houston. I don't like it. My little brother lives down that way, and I just hate driving through Houston.
The town we live in, y'all don't know, but I could just go down the street and I get aggravated and just want to come back home. People out here cannot drive.
I drive in that every day.
Mm-mm. The fact that I work from home is a blessing because I cannot. My sister lives in Paris. When I go visit her, I go by train and underground after 3 days of visit. I'm very tired. Very big city and expensive. Yes. It's like New York. I could never live there, but I did visit and it was cool, but I was real thankful to leave.
What part of Dallas? Inside Dallas or one of the towns outside of Dallas?
We're about an hour east of Dallas. Check out Feather for health insurance until you get a carte vitale. But so much to visit. Yes. I was in a car with a French friend in Bordeaux when she was parallel parking. She hit the car in front and behind numerous times. I was petrified, but she just laughed and said it's the French way. Absolutely not.
I could just see me walking out of a shop or something like that and seeing someone boom, 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 and one of them's my car, and I'm like,
oh hell no!
What?
Oh my gosh, Paris, London, New York, amazing to visit, but crazy to live. Yes, I couldn't do it. They won't leave a note either. Yeah,
I think I'd
have to get over that very.
I would probably
quickly.
end up in cop mode.
Exactly.
If I saw that happen to my car.
Hit and run.
Got a fleeing suspect here.
That's what bumpers are for, to make space. Oh my gosh. Well, I would be doing it too if I had to parallel park. I can't do it. Never did pass that.
Yeah, I always back our car up into the garage because I've got to go around my patrol car and stuff, and she will not back it up.
That's not true. I do.
You have, but you don't like to do it.
No, I don't like to. In Paris, they are not careful, but in other places, no problem. Between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Not too far from Cowboy Stadium. That's over there near Arlington.
Texas is larger than France, but there are also 70 million people in France. That's a lot of people.
I know it takes
Be 70 million in two.
I know it
before
takes
too long.
forever to get from east to west. It's almost like Tennessee. It takes forever to get from one side to the other, going a long way.
Yeah, it does. It's still pretty though. There was an earthquake in Tennessee this week.
4.1.
I saw a video. This lady was looking at her like, I guess her camera's inside her house, and her two puppies were on the bed, and they were like freaking out. The Italian drivers have a death wish too. Yes. Oh gosh. I couldn't do it. I'd be white knuckling it all the time. I don't even know why I'm going to get a driver's license because Diane's not going to be driving.
Oh, we're gonna be happy either way. I mean, we'll find the right region to live in, but
Something
we're gonna be happy
different.
just to go over there.
You never tasted fresh food like here, I bet. Poultry is out of the
I cannot wait to get over there and eat food that doesn't have all the additives and everything.
Yeah.
Eat a whole lot healthier.
It's closer from El Paso to LA than El Paso to Dallas. Reach.
Yeah. I've driven it.
I know you'll find the right place. It has an embarrassment of riches in every sense. I know. It's all so pretty. So pretty.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, on the video we're going to be doing today that we've got to record, and she's going to be over here going, stop it. This is just so beautiful. Stop it. Shut up.
Trust me, you won't believe the difference. I bet so.
Yes, we are going to be renting first, so we can look over everything. And we've been told you got to be out there for like up to a year or more to be able to find the area that you really want to be in.
I feel like I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because being there in person, these videos don't do it justice. I mean, they do, but.
The earthquake in Tennessee was about 8 miles from where we live. So are you close to Knoxville? One of our very favorite places in the U.S.
I love Knoxville. And
you're going to lose weight? Well, I ain't going to. Can't argue with that. I'll be fine with that.
You're going to put it on and then lose it, doing all the walking.
Yeah.
But you're going to put it on by eating, because I'll guarantee you, I love food. But I've actually lost a lot of weight. I've gone from 274 pounds. I'm down to 215 right now. I was heavy set.
We both were. Just as I said to you before in a comment, rent first, travel maybe by much later.
Yeah. Definitely.
We're about 10 miles away from Knoxville. We love it. I love Knoxville. I love it. I love downtown. That area with the with like the garden and all the restaurants right there. It's escaping me right now the name of it, but I love it.
I like going down there and people watch out there on that big old square.
Spent March in the Netherlands and the last 10 days in France. When we got back here to Texas, we felt bloated and like crap after switching back to the food here. God, I bet so. By the way, happy Mother's Day to all the ladies. Thank you.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. To be honest with y'all, I thought it was next week.
Yeah.
Until I was reminded last night. That's what working all this time and everything throws me off.
We're not taking a car to France. In fact, we'll see once we decide where to live if we even need or want one. I feel like no matter where we live, I'm going to want a car because I am going to want to do some road trips.
Oh, definitely.
And so I feel like.
And we know that you can take road trips on the trains or buses and everything, but we want to be able to drive it ourselves if possible.
Joan, that was our whole plan, was to move to Knoxville. Believe it or not. That's exactly where we were going.
When we started talking about retiring, Knoxville was where we were going to go. Mm-hmm. And then it went from Knoxville to Italy. And then from Italy, now we're in France. And we're hoping that everything stays pretty much the same for France because
Yeah.
I'm getting more attached to France than I was to Italy.
I'm a
right
car
now.
person and I often see really nice cars in France, but also frequent small dings and dents, more common in large cities. Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee is just, and I have so much family there. I'm surprised we don't own Tennessee. In my experience, a car is essential, but probably better to get a good secondhand one. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, we're hoping that this French connection that we're talking about wanting to use to get over there, that they've helped several people get vehicles over there.
Yeah, they'll have them ready for you at the airport when you get there.
I mean, as soon as you get off the plane, they hand you the keys and they say, "Here you go, bye."
That's what I need. So, question. If you're over there in the Brittany, Normandy area, I was watching this, we were watching this video the other day, and this guy was saying, well, it's like a ferry ride away from the UK. So if you live over there, would you go to Paris to take a flight, or would you go to the UK to take a flight? Out of curiosity. Cars are needed for going everywhere. Castles, yes, exactly.
That's the road trips we're talking about, going to the castles, the mountains, the ocean.
Perhaps I missed this, just tuned in, but have you decided on the top 3 or 5 places? Brittany, Normandy, Burgundy, Dordogne,
Haute-Vienne.
not Haute-Vienne. I'm kind of out of that, but
are you?
Yeah. Charente. Just take a ferry.
Leaves from. I'm not
The
even
ferry
gonna try
leaves
that.
from Caen. A flight would be from Caen. So is it easier then to go over to the UK to take a flight out? Dordogne is very beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes. I just don't want it to get, I don't want to be hot, and I don't know how hot they get here. Hi, I'm an American from Georgia living here in the UK. Yay. Hi, Tanya. Brittany looks a lot like Scotland. It does. It's so pretty. I've been following you guys. Well, hello. I say to you, live the dream. Yes.
If it wasn't so expensive over there in Scotland, that would be a good place to
Golly.
go.
That's a whole process, though. Ferry overnight to south of UK, but cheap flights with. Really? Depends. You can take your car on the ferry. If you're going to the States, I would go out of Paris. Okay. The ferry leads to a port. After you will need a car and drive on the left side. Lot, Tarn, paid at home. Yeah, we like Lot's pretty too. I stuttered through that. It's pretty too.
Yeah, I like Lot. That's where Richard and Maria are.
I came here on a student visa, retired as a teacher, and now live here with my daughter in the UK. I want to visit the UK really bad, and I love the UK other than the fact that it's super expensive. But the fact that it's like dreary, those are my beautiful favorite days, is a dreary, nasty day out. Yes. Canada to France, easy domestic flight and connect, inter-European travel. Trains, excellent, all forms good. Public transportation in the city. This area is really pretty. The food is not expensive.
When we went out there to Italy, our flight went from Dallas Fort Worth to Frankfurt, Germany, and then from Frankfurt
to Venice.
But I wonder if that's different going over there.
I don't know. On the way back, we went from Rome to New Jersey.
I hated that flight coming back home.
New Jersey, I think.
And I know she did.
Yeah, I did. I was stuck in the middle, and it sucked.
I was getting upset at the guy next to her. He had the aisle seat, but he was hogging up all of the armrests and everything. and she was laying on me the whole time.
And the
You know,
air wasn't working. It was hot.
Yeah, the air wasn't working in the plane, and it was horrible.
These days, not that bad either. Scotland has changed,
Yeah,
a lot more dangerous. Scotland is beautiful.
Yeah, we've seen pictures of Scotland, and I mean,
Frankfurt, Amsterdam,
Scotland and
Paris,
Ireland
London,
are
Rome,
in my
France.
blood background.
The Highlands are beautiful. Oh, I'm doing that bouncing thing again. Sorry. I just moved my foot. Oh, you can't see it. Why am I so weird? Yeah, Scotland is beautiful. Do you already have contacts with French connections? No.
No, not yet.
Can you recommend? I have heard amazing things from French Connection. There is another channel they just got over there, Wayne and Catherine, who are precious. French Living in
Yes.
Our 70s, I think is what the name of it is. They used French Connection and they loved it.
Yeah, they help you with just about anything you need.
The area where I live is called Babacombe. It's in the county in a retirement area. You guys would love it. Might have to check it out.
Baba Combe? Is that how you say it?
I don't know. You can go over on the Queen Mary. Not very expensive. Just need time. Have you found the?
You're not getting her on a boat.
Have you found the Courtier Residential? Don't know what that is. So obviously not. Help us out. When I travel international, I usually go to Frankfurt. House. Only when I go to Portland or Seattle, I leave from Paris. Unicorn is the Scotland emblem, the only animal capable of beating the lion, they say. It's a big change for you. Get ready for a culture shock, but not as bad.
Oh, I believe it.
Yes. So far, your videos explore very large areas. Have you considered reaching out to English-speaking expat groups in different areas to get more detailed idea? Yes. So we're starting off with the big areas first, and then we're gonna narrow down.
We're working on the regions right now, and then next it'll be the departments, and then all the towns and villages within the departments. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, we have time. But yeah, we did that on purpose. We're starting with the big areas first. This area is called the English Riviera. The elite could not go to the French Riviera during more times they made. Okay. We like the Alsace area because it's always been cheaper to fly from airport. Okay. Reverse culture shock is real. I bet so.
Could be a shock for them too.
Yeah, y'all don't know. Did a free call with French Connections yesterday. Very impressed. Good.
They seem like they've got a lot of good people that work for them over there. I mean, they're very informative and helpful.
I know you were talking about taking a sabbatical. Have you looked at just driving and taking 2 nights in each region and staying in a Jeep? Usually only 3. So for my sabbatical, yeah, I get a month off, maybe 6 weeks, but I don't think he could take off that long. We don't know how we're going to do it yet. So that's probably what we'll end up doing because, we're going to have to cram as much in as we can. Seeing you both, you're going to be fine. I've been here for 50 years. No worries. Thank you. Exactly. Cram. Yes. That's what we're going to have to do. And then when we get over there, Darian, you can come visit and then you can show us around Germany since we'll be over there. Might as well.
I would like to go up to Germany during Christmas.
Yes.
I've seen how that place looks up there. Actually, everybody out there, they do lights and everything and do all the little Christmas shops and stuff. I mean, a lot better than out here. I feel like just Christmas just isn't like it used to be.
That would be fun, Darian. We'd have a good time. Begin with learning a minimum of French language. It will be, yes, we already started that. There's a lot of English speakers here. Near Toulouse is amazing. Near the mountains of Quercy. I live here. It's incredible. Warm climate and relaxed. But how warm is warm? Again, we live in hell right now. So warm is fine. Hot is quite another. I just don't want that.
Our normal
West Virginia is beautiful at Christmas. I bet.
Our normal summers out here
110.
about 110, and it can get up even a lot hotter than that. Up to, I mean, we've had 120s and stuff, but
I've never seen 120. It's felt like 120.
Well, the heat index is.
It feels like it, but it's not.
But I mean, me being in my vest and black uniform and everything, and all the weight on me, and it gets hot out there. I mean, I would do anything to just be able to have them say every call that I take is going to be a one where I take it by phone, so I can sit in my AC.
Not naked people.
No naked people.
It happens all the time. 110, absolutely not. But not every summer. One summer's enough. I don't want heat like that.
Kim and Angelo, hello. They're from Central France.
Hello, missed y'all. Sorry about that. Did my time in Round Rock. I feel your pain. Yes, you get it. No, I don't. I don't want to be hot. The South is very hot for 4 months. I don't. I can't. I mean, I could. I just don't want to.
I was even telling her too that we could get a place down in the South, but during the summertime, maybe go up and start spending time at other places way up north. That's when we would take our vacation.
You guys buying a house or renting? I'm sure you've said, but I missed it. We're gonna rent first and then see where we go from there. But if we find something, you know how sometimes when you know, if I find something, then I'm not opposed to buying.
That's what she did with this house. She saw it and she said, no, we're not going to rent. We're going to buy this one.
Hindsight, though. We're going to have to turn around and sell it all again. Yes, a lot do that. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it takes that's just a lot of heat. Yes, agree. You know it when it happens. Yes. And what will you do when you come back to the States? Like, where will you stay? Don't plan on coming back to the States. Well, but I also we have kids.
We've got family out here.
Yeah. As they're on there going,
We're gonna make our kids take care of us when we come back.
My girls have already told me they'd put me in a home, so
I won't let that happen.
We're in Arizona. Hubby's in the AC business. He's done with the heat. Yes, especially being in Arizona, you get it.
I've got a friend up there in Arizona, but he's up in the mountains.
I go from my air conditioned home to my AC. Yeah, but just just from time though to the car to the office, you could melt. It's so hot. And if y'all don't have covered parking out there, then forget it. Learn from French connections that no-tier fees are usually 12% of the transaction. Yep, I have heard that.
Yeah, I look at Green Acres website quite a bit at houses, and I look at some of these notary fees and everything, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot. Maybe you could use your notary.
Yeah. 8%.
I've heard it's more than that.
And the agency fees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll usually have those fees on there as to you've got the price of the house and then you've got the fees added there with it.
I have a daughter here in England, but 2 more kids in the States. So yeah, we're trying to figure this out. At the moment, it's half the year here, half in the States. Probably will not be us. We will probably stay.
Yeah, once we get out there, we're out. We'll come back for a visit or something like that, but that's about it.
Last house we sold out here, our agent put a coming soon sign in the yard and it sold the next day for cash. And the commission that she got for doing that is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Fees are paid by the person who's selling.
Yeah, it was pretty weird because we were wanting to sell our house, and the day that she put up a sign that said "coming soon," that next day we had a lady come up and she wanted to buy our house, and she actually offered us more than what we were going to ask for.
Yeah, she said cash price, more, and no inspection.
No inspection,
Done.
nothing, and we're like, it's yours.
Here's the
take
keys.
it.
She was really nice though.
And plus, she also let us stay in the house until our apartment was ready to be able to move into.
Notaries will also have homes they are listing, not just real estate agents. Okay. Speaking from experience,
good
when you
to know.
relocate, you do it, no turning back. Good and bad, you commit. That's the plan. That is the essential mindset. That is
No,
the plan.
we're not turning back. We're when we commit, we're going.
We just plan on renting. The inheritance laws aren't something we ever want our 2 adult kids in the U.S. to have to deal with if we owned a property. That's something that we would have to. There are ways.
You were looking into that.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. I say half here and half of my time in the UK because I want to make sure I spend equal time in life with all. Understand? Notary fee is the government. It protects you in every way.
Yeah, we're hoping to be able to have a decent sized place, so that if we had a bunch of family members come out, they'd have a place to stay for free.
It is possible to buy from individual to individual. I would be a little leery of that.
Yeah, because for openers, you don't know what you're buying. I mean, I want someone to be able to go in and do an inspection on the place, because they're
all done
with all the
differently.
energy stuff and everything now that they're getting, I guess, cracking down on. That if you have, what is it, a D or E?
I don't know.
They'll want you to bring it up, and that means getting all new windows, new just everything.
Also try to contact local agency. They can look for you for houses that are not yet on the market. Good idea. Yeah, consumer protections in Europe is amazing unless you're real stupid, which I don't see that in you too.
Airheaded, not stupid.
Here in the UK, there are council taxes and states property taxes. Are there property taxes in France? I'm sure there are. Can't be any higher than the taxes here in Texas. Good, not.
Oh, it's ridiculous out here.
There's a lot of regulation for the buyer in France. Property taxes in France. Yeah, I thought so. With agencies or not.
Now, yes,
there is, but doable.
Out here, you can go to multiple different places and look for houses. Out here, you don't have to pick a certain agency to work with. But I heard out there you have to sign some paper or something like that, and then you are, I guess, stuck with them, the real estate place or whatever, that you have to stay with them and can't go to anyone else looking for a house.
There are letters for the level of energy spendings of the houses.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go to any agency, and I mean multiple different agencies.
Yes, tax, concierge, and tax habitation, but you only pay one if you live there. The lower one. You're not committed. Yes, you can. Okay.
I thought they wouldn't. I thought someone said something about you that they wouldn't show you a house or anything like that unless you commit to them.
What is property tax rate in Texas? I don't know what the rate is. Astronomical comes to mind. I've lived in the Lake County area in Georgia, and they're pretty high. Yes, y'all have. There's high taxes there too.
Every year we're having to fight with, having to what is it go against the city for our taxes on our place. It's ridiculous how much for this plot of land.
I've worked with multiple agencies to look at properties if you do not sign exclusive. Tax habitation no longer exists. That's more for selling a house. Of course, you can go to any agency. Well, good. Only tax funds here exists. Yeah, the taxes here, real estate, out here in Texas are a joke. Sorry if y'all can hear that.
It's the neighbor's dog.
Dog. There is a control done by the seller called diagnostic mobile error. It's the law for electric. I pay about 900 euros a year for tax, but NC is an expensive city. It's still
It's a lot lower than here.
Way less than we pay. We pay around 700 a year. That's not bad. Our homesteaded in France, Kim and Angelo. Did you already say hi to them?
Mm-mm. Oh, Kim and Angelo? Yeah, I did earlier.
Y'all have a homestead? I'm jealous. Here in Denton County, it's around 8% for property tax. Pay that a month. I know where Denton is. I've been through there many times. Tax is easier but better to do like U.S. and pay a fee for complex tax. Most people don't. For electric, earthquakes, termites, flood, etc. Property tax is about 1 month rent a year. I pay 3,000 euros a year because of the size and where I live. Still pay more here. Depends on the house surface too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous out here with the taxes and just anything really.
Well, we don't have state income tax, but still. Can you do next live stream with friends who already live in France? We don't have any friends that live in France.
Well, we know some
Except
people.
You guys.
And we're hoping to do some live streaming with some people.
Question here. Do you guys have photos pinned to a home bulletin board reminding you daily of the goal? Don't need it. I know. We think about it constantly. If you rent, the agent will let you know how much is your tax. It's about 10% of your yearly rent. If you buy, you'll have to pay yearly taxes. Depends on the area. They must tell you in this control if your house is in good condition or dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, we don't.
Hello, Sully.
We don't have to remind anything about France or anything like that. I mean, it's honestly, it's every day.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're not looking at videos or going over someone else's videos or something like that, I mean, we're looking up stuff on computers and phones. That's how badly we want to go.
How are we doing here? Oh, we're fixing to have to cut it off. We got to record a video.
Got another region to
Oh.
do.
In a small village with all shops, 742 inhabitants, a house with 4 bedrooms with 400 square meter garden. I pay 530 euros. Dang.
Doggone.
Also, for when you buy a property, remember electricity equals expensive. Good to get heat pump solar. What you pay monthly in the US is what you will pay for a year here in France. Take the car insurance. I'll pay for a 800 euros a year, full coverage. When do you plan to go? We've got a few years left. We've got to retire. This is so much fun to plan and dream together. It is.
Yeah, we're gonna go over there in about a year. We're hoping in the next year
Sorry.
to go scout and look at everything over, take about a month off and go. But then retirement's going to be in several years.
So fun chatting with you guys. Looking forward to more. Thank you for putting this together. Thank you for showing up.
We thank you all for showing up. When we started this YouTube, we did it mainly just to document and have something to be able to go back on, and it's sort of blown up. And
for us anyway.
Yeah, for us.
Not expecting it.
And we've gotten a lot of nice comments, a lot of support, and we really appreciate it.
I only had to do one bless your heart this week.
Yeah.
It's a great journey. Have fun with it. Finding a new place. Thank you. Happy to help. Yes, please help. Have you an idea of which region of France you'd be best based on what you have learned so far? Normandy or Brittany?
Yeah, that's where it's pushing to.
Yeah. Have you done the white page test, listing the pros and cons of what you want to get in France and what you do not want to be dealing with, listing the most important things that you want? So what I want a home with a little bit of land. I don't need a lot, maybe 2 acres-ish, so I can have a garden and I can have chickens. And as far as the house itself, I mean, obviously we want the character. I have a style of home that I like. And there's when we're looking at homes, there's a couple of things that I look at. I want a gas stove, and I know that this is so random.
She does not want electric.
I don't want electric. I've got it here. I don't like it. I want a gas stove, and it has to have a fireplace. Those are my non-negotiables. Anything else I can work with.
I could care less. I mean, we can go over there. I will follow her, and whatever she picks, I'll be happy with. As long as I don't have to do a whole lot of work on it.
Yeah, but if I have land and I don't have neighbors right beside me, can I have chickens?
Well, we can have chickens here.
Chickens is so fresh. Glad the negative Charles, they're still here. But way less. Gas stove in Normandy might mean a tank or a canister if you're in the countryside. Yep. Love chickens. We're working on our coop this year. I'm jealous. Most gas is butane, and so tank-based, not piped. I don't care.
Well, back to that pros and cons thing. We did a video on pros and cons, but it was actually the pros and cons of Italy and France,
and other countries.
Mainly a lot of Europe.
Spain, Portugal.
Yeah, there's a lot of Europe, and France just had more pros than cons compared to everyone else, and it's hard to go away from something like that.
You have a dream, you will achieve it. Courage and well done. Je vous encourage. Et à bientôt. And no. Okay, so.
Yeah, stove in Normandy means.
And welcome.
Means a tanker canister.
In your country? Our country. Our country. Dang. I have an accent, all right. but it is not French.
It's called redneck.
Hillbilly. No,
No,
because there's a difference between
not
hillbilly and redneck.
Redneck.
You Texans on here know the difference.
Yeah, I'm not a hillbilly.
Knowing is probably easier in terms of getting to Paris
I honestly I
for
don't.
doctors. Okay.
I'm not up for going to Paris all the time. I mean, I prefer the outskirts.
Lâche pas la parole. When I think of parole, I think of get a grill. Stop resisting.
Oh, okay, for the doctors and etc.
Gasto is easy in France. Land too. If you come to Toulouse, I will show you around. Sun, beautiful countryside, seaside, and Pyrenees
That'd
Mountains,
be
an
awesome.
hour away. Yes.
Pyrenees
There are
Mountains.
gas pipes where I live, and neighbors have chickens just to check with them if there are certain rules to keeping chickens, bees, and other stuff. Don't want bees. You'll have to learn basic French. Sorry, but yes, we are starting.
Yeah,
FYI, Blackstone from Leroy Merlin Home Depot is only €549. Big enough for.
well, we've got a big one.
Yeah, we just don't use it.
There's that Leroy Merlin again.
That's just basically saying that's their
like
version of
Home Depot. Okay.
The Home Depot.
Yeah, I saw that on a video just a little bit ago.
When finding a home, it's good to have or make the possibility to have all on one level, bedroom, toilet, when you're old and want to stay.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps you from having to climb the stairs. I mean, I've got a bad knee, anyways.
I don't mind a 2-story as long as the master's on the ground. Leroy Merlin is everywhere. Home Depot is everywhere. We have one literally less than a mile away.
Well, just right around the corner, we've got a Home Depot. We've got a Lowe's.
I like Lowe's
And
better than
those
Home
are like
Depot.
toy stores for me. Now she loves Walmarts.
I get my groceries delivered because I refuse to go into a Walmart.
She refuses to go with me to a Walmart.
I lose all Christianity when I walk into a Walmart. No Walmart here, thank God. You may use your Blackstone more in Francis. You'll have more time and yes, exactly. Listen from the U.S. or French Imperial like France.
I would love to
Radio
take
or
that
French
Blackstone.
info, and I can
But I
advise to listen to French songs. I was doing that earlier to understand the lyrics. Fun way to get used to vocabulary and
Yeah, the people of Walmart.
Everything you have in the States, we have here, different names, but same stuff. No dollar shops, though. Don't go. I like a good Dollar Tree, though. Maybe you gave an Alliance Française French Alliance in Dallas to see French movies. People at Walmart. Local French police associations might be helpful to make introductions. You going to go meet up with the law dogs?
I want to see if they'll, because I've got law enforcement patches that I swap with different agencies, and I'm hoping that I don't know. We went out there when we were out in Italy. I kept going up to different officers and stuff like that, and I'd tell her, I'd say, okay, I'm going to see if they'll let me take a picture with them, and almost every single time I asked them, they said no. So I told her, I said, get the camera ready. I walked over there, and as soon as I got next to him, I'd turn around, look at my wife, and smile, and she would take the picture, and boy, it upset them.
Giphy is a kind of dollar store. Do not be impressed by French language. French language is beautiful, though. Brittany and Normandy have large English-speaking expat communities due to the proximity to the UK. I've heard that, but that's not why that we want to go. We don't want to be, solely around English speakers. The Action and other Centricore or dollar stores in France.
No, we actually want to speak the language.
Yeah. Also, Le Bon Coin in France is like Craigslist here, has everything from cars, new, secondhand, to furniture. Good to know.
Yeah, it is. Although the Craigslist out here just
You
it went downhill.
you can get everything, and I mean everything on Craigslist. There are no limits to what you can get on Craigslist. None
No.
at all. Well, guys, we're going to have to cut it off. My wife is American, and she found the expat community great as a support network. I would like to have one around so that we can take a break and have people that we can communicate with. But yes, go and have a talk to the police municipal. They will welcome you and tell you good places to live. Oh, okay. Good to know.
Hey, and if y'all know any officers out there that want to swap patches, I've got a bunch of patches that I would love to swap with them.
Your French neighbors will help you in France. That's sweet. I'll bake them some bread and some cookies.
Oh, she will too.
It is fun to learn the language. If you live rural, most French people never learned a different language, so we learned a lot in the first year and a half there. Yeah, I have a feeling once we get there.
Well, when you're immersed in it for almost every day, I think it'd be a whole lot easier. Out here, we're immersed in redneck talk, so it's hard to talk French out here whenever everyone else out here talks English.
Meaning that French is a language like other ones. Once you try, you learn a few more words. Yep, and grammar, repeat, and so on. Don't be immersed. You can learn it. If there's a will, there's a way. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're talking when we get out there. I'll be making bread for everybody and giving. I made baguettes yesterday, y'all. They were good.
As a matter of fact, we're going to eat some of them tonight with some sandwiches.
So good. I'll just give food. Well, y'all, we are going to have to shut it down. Being immersed will help for sure. My wife learned on Duolingo, but the real part, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Duolingo and Babbel, and she's also doing
Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone. Well, we're going to have to get off here because we've got to record another video.
Yeah, that's what my Sundays consist of.
And then she's going to be doing all the
fun stuff. So we will see you guys next week. Next week, if we do one, it'll probably be on Sunday.
Here's Georgie.
Darian, we'll be talking to you soon. Bonsoir. Go to the bakery and ask your bread in French, no matter if it's wrong. Yeah. All right, guys. See y'all. Bonsoir. Au revoir. Thank
you, y'all.
Bye, y'all.